Repeating? All right, yeah. Tell us where we are, what we're doing.
We're in the second half of Religions of the World, and in this half of the course, we are covering the monotheisms. So we already did Zoroastrianism, and tonight we're doing Judaism. My name is Lisa Sarjays. I'm a professor of religion here at Montclair State. I've been teaching here for 21 years, and I love my job. So I was raised Protestant. But as I got older, I was into science, and I was into science fiction. And nobody was answering my questions in a way that could reconcile the earth being created in 6 days, when we know it took billions of years. So when I mentioned this to one of my church elders, he was not kind. He says, "Oh, well, what do you believe in? The Big Bang?" And he laughed at me. So I'm like, "Well, I'm done with you." I'm like, "Yeah, I believe in the Big Bang. There's evidence for that." Because at 17, you know everything. I certainly did. So I became kind of a wanderer. You could say I was religiously promiscuous. I just experimented around. I was even Buddhist for almost 2 years. But I was here at Montclair State getting my undergraduate degree in philosophy. So I took Intro to Religion because I needed an easy A. And it changed my life because there was a woman in front of the room who said, "Well, what makes you think that 6 days means 6 24-hour periods? You think God goes by the Earth day? Have you looked at the other planets? They all have different lengths of days. Some have a binary sun. Hello, Star Wars. And they don't have, why would God's day be an Earth human day?" I'm like, "Oh, I never thought of that." I'm like, "How do we measure it then?" And she's like, "Well, it's a metaphor, that there was an orderly creation." And, and she really just, she was a brilliant woman with a PhD. And she reconciled being an intellectual or being science-based and also having faith. And she even said to me, she's like, give the church another try. Each class has a personality to it.
Right.
The room has a personality, but it's to give my students options, to make sure they know that there are different ways to approach a topic. I want to say, well, no, there's people with different backgrounds and different approaches, and we have to come together because we share space on this planet, in this room, and So I want them to know your choices are only as good as your options, and so I try to give my students those options. I open them back up to religion, and it's not a specific one. Some will say, "Oh, you made me give church another try." So people who are devout in whatever faith think that saying, "Well, interfaith work means I have to dilute my faith to say that, my neighbor is also practicing something valid." That's not necessarily so. What you do is say, "Well, I don't practice your religion, and I don't even think it's true. However, we unite ethically. We unite in charity. We unite in a community. We unite for our kids, and rather meet in the middle where it comes to making the earth a better place, neighborhoods a better place, school a better place. And then we each have our freedom to practice our faiths and think the other person's wrong, but you love them."